The day has arrived. It's time to let more people know about your business. You have the right marketing plan and the messaging in place. But do you have the right messenger? Good advertising and promotions need a professional sound so the message can be clearly understood. Don't leave your brand image to chance. Let our team of voiceover experts at CME lend you a hand. Give us a call at 678 304 8121 to find out how we can partner with you to give your business its voice.
I think you can hear me now. Yeah, my blue snowball mic was off. I was all excited. I said, "Man, I'm here early, starting the show on time." And wait, how it works. Best laid plans of mice and men often go astray, but that's okay. The show must go on. And like I say, guys, we are very, very excited because we have one of the most beautiful women in sports talk radio or TV. We simply call her the Queen. Miss Tree Dolman is back in the building.
Hello, Jonathan. Hello, everyone.
What's going on? See, guys, let me tell you something. This is the thing that hurts me about Facebook and these other guys. Okay, they won't do anything to people that come on, do all kind of crazy stuff. But when I want to play Stevie Wonder, isn't she lovely? I can't do it because they'll say you are in copyright violation. And if I sing it, it'll
You,
let the whole
you
thing.
can play it. You just have to say, I don't own the rights to this music.
But I said it on all of my shows. I put that in there. They still hit me with a violation. You, sir, has violated the copyright policy. That's all right. We don't care
That's all right.
because it doesn't take away from the fact that isn't she lovely? The queen is
Oh,
back in the
thank
building.
you.
We appreciate you. Another nice weekend this weekend. What did you do for the weekend?
The usual work. When you're an entrepreneur, there's always work to be done. Went to church, have to praise our Lord and Savior, worship Him, and thank Him for the many blessings that He blesses us with, and relaxed a little and watch sports, of course. What
Well,
did
that's
you
what I'm talking
do?
about. Well, I praise the Lord as I try to do all the time, and I made sure to. Well, I'm not saying praying extra, but I had to remind myself to be grateful for a couple of things. So, for those of you who don't know, I talked about last week. I joined the ranks of regular people and begun to finance for the very first time a
Wait,
new
I'm
car. Oh,
sorry. You said you
go
talked
ahead.
about it last week. I thought we didn't have the show last week.
No, I talked about. Then maybe it was Saturday. I'm sorry, maybe it was Saturday.
Oh,
Anyway, I did mention to people on social media. I had a little post on how excited I was that I joined the ranks of normal people being able to finance for the first time my own car. Now people said, "Dude, you've been in car business all these years." I said, "Yes, but normally I always had a demo, and so I buy a car for cash. As long as it's a reliable car, I didn't need a showy car." But they said, "Mr. Simmons, due to your somewhat sloppy use of the demo, we're gonna have to ask you to get your own car right now." I said, "No problem." I was a little stressed at first, but I said, you have to do what you got to do. And I need a car anyway because I didn't have a car. I sold my car. So I saw this beautiful Lincoln 2016 MKZ that we took in trade. And I said, that's the car. And I went to my general manager and he said, I gave him three choices. I said, but that's the one I really want. And he said, Jonathan, that car is sold. I said, oh. I said, well, guess well, what can I do? And that was right before the 4th of July. But when I came back, Tree, I saw the vehicle still parked in the sold lot. So I asked the manager, Madam Manager, is that vehicle sold? They said, well, Jonathan, that deal went down, but a salesperson is not having someone come and look at the car tomorrow. And I said, that will not happen because I'm putting down the immediate, bam, deposit on the car. So they worked a wonderful deal for me. They saved me about 10% of interest. So I was very excited. I got my new car. And last Wednesday, I was at work and I said, you know what? I want to get away from the office. Let me take my lunch and go to the park. And I went to the park, enjoyed my lunch. And as I turned out of the parking lot, I saw a car coming. I said, I wonder if he's going to stop. Then I said, maybe I should stop. Then maybe he's going to stop. And then, bam, my car was hit. So I thank the Lord for both providing me with the car. And I also thank the Lord that I stopped and the guy swerved just enough not to slam into my driver's door. So I was especially thankful at church on Sunday for those two things. One, like I said, the Lord did bless me to get a car. And the fact that the car got hit, but it's not severely damaged, I can still drive it. And we look forward to getting it to repair. So yeah, my weekend was full of rest I didn't do anything. My body was, I don't think it was sore really necessarily from the accident. I think it was just the idea of, kind of getting hit by a car was kind of, like I said, I thank the Lord I'm still here. Thank the Lord I'm able to see you. And I thank the Lord that I got some much needed rest, I think, on Sundays. That was my weekend. So there we go.
I'm glad
Like I
you're
said, other
all
than that,
right.
oh no, listen, that's what I tell you about it. I mean, at the end of the day, look, the first instinct is to have a kind of a little pity party because you say, geez, I didn't make my first payment. I've only had the car 4 days, and it's a car I really kind of like. And then you see it, the little kaboom. But then I had to keep it in perspective. It's okay, well, first of all, the Lord allowed you to survive the accident. You're still here. Number two, the other driver, the same thing. We both walked out and looked around, so he's okay. And the car is not severely damaged. I can still drive it while I'm waiting for it to get repaired. So nothing but all good. And you have to thank the Lord for the very good, the good, bad, or indifferent. Okay, and as usual, we have an opening comment from social media by you know who. Tree, could you read that for me? Because it looks like something crazy.
Todd said, did you call Morgan and Morgan?
Hey man, were you getting a check from those guys? That was free advertising right there. You tell those guys I gave them a free plug on the show. No, I am going to call a lawyer because they unfortunately blame me for the accident. If I got hit, they said I kind of pulled out and should give the other guy the right of way, so I don't get it. But anyway, I do need to talk to a lawyer, but it won't be Morgan and Morgan. Todd, good looking out. Yeah, it won't be them. Yeah, we'll be calling somebody else. I'll do it. So there is lots of other stuff going on in the world of sports. One of the big things is, believe it or not, soccer is taking center stage right now.
Well, the biggest thing is Bronny.
Huh?
Bronny.
Okay, well, what's going on with Bronny? That I must clearly, I missed something. I was so excited.
Well, no. LeBron James' son, Bronny, he went into cardiac arrest yesterday morning when he was practicing at the USC facility with USC, and they had to rush him to the hospital. Praise God that he's in stable condition. He's no longer in ICU, but that happened yesterday at USC in the morning while he was practicing. So very scary information, but just want everybody to know, thank the Lord, he's in stable condition.
Wow. I'm speechless. That's incredible. I did not see that. I normally try to check ESPN for breaking headlines, but for some reason that one went right over me. So thankfully, yeah, that is big news for the James family. Not even going to try to speculate what that means for him going forward as far as his basketball career, but certainly we thank God that he is still here. No parent wants to see their child in any kind of duress. I'm a living witness to that. Yeah, so certainly our prayers go up for his speedy recovery. But yeah, that whole heart thing, man, is just that has periodically happened over the few decades to multiple basketball players. Some of them, like a gentleman that we have right down here in Atlanta many years ago, great power forward Terry Cummings. A lot of people don't realize that he used to actually have a doctor travel with them with a defibrillator while he was playing the NBA after his heart problem. So thankfully, that's it. Let's go back to social media right here again.
Todd said, glad he's okay. Looks like Mr. Kyle Pitts had a stroke. What? On his workout video. Please show video to Tree. Yes, please show video to me. Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. I'll have to I'll have to look at that. I didn't see that, Todd, to be honest with you. I'll try to pull up the video. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with him. Yeah, like I said, just sport, it's really, life is a funny thing. We had a recent, unfortunately, person that was on our radio station, Dr. Jean, that had been one of our broadcasters, done some stuff with us and my partner, Mr. Booker. And unfortunately, suddenly she passed away. So you just don't know in life. And I just literally had seen her on social media. She was with another friend of mine and they looked like all was well. But yeah, you just, life can take some sudden and oftentimes, tragic turns. That's why I said we always thank the Lord for whatever happens, but especially if our lives are spared, whether it be an accident or just really going up and down the highway every week. So many things happen.
Every moment is a blessing, yeah. And you just never know.
Well, we're going to take a quick little break here and go to a quick advertisement, guys, and then we'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show. And we'll talk a little bit about, I would say, hopefully something a little bit happier And we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go nowhere. Keep it locked right here for more. Stay tuned.
Did you know that Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, Georgia also has Lincoln? Over 35 years of using the Vigil Touch to provide excellent customer service, works hand in hand with the Lincoln Motor Company to provide a luxurious and seamless way to acquire your next luxury vehicle. Lincoln has an array of full-service complimentary owner benefits. These benefits include hospitality partnerships, service pickup and delivery, all which can be accessed through the Lincoln Way app. You can even contact the 24/7 concierge to have someone assist you. Come and see our great inventory of new and pre-owned Lincolns today. Call 678-364-7345 to make an appointment with one of our brand champions or shop 24/7 online at Allen Vigil Lincoln.
This is OJ Howard with Real Talk Sports.
What's up, guys? This is Tim Tebow. You're listening to Real Talk Sports.
This is Charles Woodson. Let me grab the mic. You ready? This is Charles Woodson with Real Talk Sports. Hey, it's your boy JB Smooth with Real Talk Sports.
Guys, we are back here in the Real Talk Sports Show. I'm your host, Mr. Jonathan Simmons. And I tell you, this has been a very interesting day. Not exactly sure what is happening here with my headset because I couldn't hear anybody. So hopefully I'll be able to hear in just a moment once my headset gets adjusted again. And hopefully I'll be able to hear everybody. I'm going to do a little reset here. And I said, hopefully I'll be able to hear. It's just a moment. This has been a wild day here. Like I say again, just not quite sure what all is going on with me and my headset today, but yeah, we're not getting any volume. Not sure what it is. All right. Well, hopefully I'll be able to hear Tree when I go back on the air. Let's get it adjusted here. And we're going to do this. We're going to take one more break, guys, and we'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show as we get the bugs out of the machine, hopefully once and for all. Stay tuned.
some of the best players in the NBA?
I mean, they were spraying us in the first half. You know, they know these threes, so, you know, in the locker room, we just, you know, buckled down, told ourselves that we have to better defense, be more assertive on that end, and so we did.
Every time you go up against Giannis, you really do a great job defending a guy like that. What is it about these big matchups that you really just take advantage?
I just live for the moment. You know, a marquee player like that, probably the best player in the NBA. You know, you live for moments like that. So, you know, I just knew that I had to, you know, be at my best tonight.
I have to ask, you told us at shoot-around today, you kind of predicted that you guys were going to pull out this win and give the Bucks their first loss. Where do you think that confidence comes from, and then to actually come through with it tonight?
I mean, I'm always confident. I think we're going to win every game, especially tonight in front of our home crowd. You know, we were really excited to play tonight against them. You know, we were ready for that matchup.
How did you think the rotations went with Trey being out of the lineup and everybody kind of in a different position? You know, how do you think that kind of came to fruition?
I mean, it was an AJ Griffin game tonight. You know, AJ, man, hell of a game tonight. Proud of him. And he was a spark we really needed to, you know, finish it out.
Oh, well, I guess it's just on me. So, hello, everyone. I will go ahead and talk about the WNBA, which I am so excited to talk about the WNBA. I've been wanting to talk about the WNBA, but with the Queen's Court, there just was not enough time. But I do not want people to think that I have not been watching and have not been focusing on the WNBA, because I have. And I do want to say congratulations to the Atlanta Dream. They have just sold out the last, not the last because it hasn't been consecutive, but they sold out 8 games out of the last 11 that they had. So out of their last 11 games, they sold out 8 of them. And I do want to say that Saturday, I was a part in helping in that, because I did purchase the ticket to go to the game Saturday, which was exciting to do, but I decided not to go to the game. So then I also supported by watching at home. So I was a part of the sellout crowd because I did buy a ticket. And I do just want to go over the standings with the WNBA. If you've been watching, you know that the Las Vegas Aces are demolishing everyone. They are setting all types of records in the WNBA. They are not playing. And right now, Candace Parker is out. She's having surgery on her foot. Well, she has surgery on her foot. So she's out right now, and they're still demolishing. They're playing right now. And the Las Vegas Aces, I'm definitely picking them to win. But in the Eastern Conference right now, you have the Liberty, the Suns, the Mystics, and the Dream. And the Dream is actually tied with the Mystics. And then you have the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever. In the West, where the Aces are, you have the Aces at number 1, again, demolishing everybody. They're 21-2. And then in second place, you have the Dallas Wings, the Minnesota Lynx, the LA Sparks, the Phoenix Mercury, and the Storm. Seattle has dropped. So they are down in 6th place right now. And it's amazing how you can have a team go from first place, where they always were winning, they get a new coach, and then things start going downhill. And you can't say it's the players, because she had the exact same players. She took over everything. Everything was the same. It was just the head coach that changed, and things just started going downhill from that point, which is sad, because I really want her to do very well. I'm so excited when they announced her to be the head coach to take over and replace the coach there. But the WNBA, it's some great basketball being played. And as I said, I'm so excited. How do you feel, Jonathan, about the Atlanta Dream selling out 8 of their last 11 games?
Yeah, so they are must-see TV right now, red hot, and really a great move for them to move to the arena at College Park. I think that was probably the best move they could have made. You put yourself in a smaller, more intimate venue. The fans, as you talked about, their fan engagement has improved dramatically. And when you're that close, the energy, as you know, from the fans really makes a difference. So yeah, kudos to them, and kudos for them keeping themselves in the playoff hunt. Yeah, I mean, this is a team that can do some damage. So we're excited to see it, and yeah, it's just good stuff. It's good stuff to keep having that kind of energy down there for women's sports and women's basketball.
And we had 3 of the Atlanta Dream players that played in the All-Star game, which is phenomenal. And I mean, the Atlanta Dream, they're doing some good work. Unfortunately, they lost Saturday, but it wasn't even close. But at one point they came back and they got it up to being down only by 1 point, but then it just blew away. And Connecticut said, nope, we're taking this one. And Connecticut got the W, which Connecticut is a really good team. Really good
Connecticut
team.
I don't know what it is, but Connecticut seems to have their number in those types of games. As a matter of fact, I think their worst loss of the season, if I'm not mistaken, has come to Connecticut. I think they lost by like about 30 points. It's a blowout. Yep.
Yeah. And you know, Tiffany Hayes is on the Connecticut Sun. who used to play for the Atlanta Dream last year.
I wasn't quite sure what was behind that trade because she was one of their best players last year. When they made that trade, I couldn't quite understand it.
Well, I could. I don't know if you recall that I told you guys, but when we were close to going to the playoffs, we needed some wins. Tiffany, I was shocked because she
got suspended, right?
She was my favorite Dream. No, she wasn't suspended.
What happened?
She left the Atlanta Dream and went overseas to play. She just left the team when they needed her. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not in the locker room, so I don't know why she left. I don't know if obviously something happened, but I don't know what happened to cause her to leave. But when they needed her, she said, deuces, and she went overseas to play. So I knew when that happened, I already knew she wasn't coming back to the Dream. You can't leave a team hanging when they need you and you leave and you throw up the deuces. So I knew she wasn't coming back to the Atlanta Dream after that happened. And so now she's with the Connecticut Suns, and they're a really good team. You have DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas is a phenomenal player. She was, just phenomenal. So who knows? But yeah, so Atlanta, they did have a bad loss to the Connecticut Suns. And you know that Tip Hayes, whenever you play your old team, you already know how that is.
A little extra engine there, but tonight they're playing right now at home, even as we speak, and they are rolling up 62-40 over the Phoenix Mercury here in the third period. They've come out in the third period and they have blitzed them 17-7, outscored them so far in the third quarter, and they are rolling right now. They really kind of, since the second period, have just put it down. Second period, outscored them 25-17, and now have outscored them by 10 again in the third quarter. Again, the score just recently being updated as we move. 44 seconds left in period number 3. The Atlanta Dream 64 and the Phoenix Mercury 43. So the Dream continued to play well at home and give the fans some inspiration. And again, that sellout, as we mentioned, 8 in 11 games. Yeah, doing some big things. They got a pretty good schedule for the rest of the year. We're going to see the Aces come to town and some other top teams come in. I want to say the Dallas Wings come in as well. Now, you probably say, well, Preacher, why you mention those two teams? I really want to make sure that I can go to those two games for a very special reason. It will be a full circle moment for me because Asia Wilson, who is one of the best players in WNBA, literally about 1,000 feet away from where the Dream played right now. She was the Naismith High School Player of the Year, and I got the great honor to not only interview her, but her parents as well. And then a few years before that, the Dallas Wings sport a hometown hero, Miss Diamond DeShield. Got a chance to interview her 3 years before, as she was the National Women's Naismith Basketball Champion, and her mom, she came on our show about 3 months later. So I'd love to go a full circle with those ladies. So hopefully I'll be able to go and attend that game and cover those two games. All right, let's go back to social media here. And if you could read that for me, Miss Tree.
Sure. It's from Cherie Day. They gave their money away. This dude didn't play well enough for them to win. I'm confused.
Now, wait a minute. That Sherry Day, that is a young lady that went to my same high school. Matter of fact, is the cousin of my best friend, Howard Arden. So, Sherry, thank you for watching us and for tuning in. Now, who are you talking about that gave the money away? Because you lost me.
I'm confused.
Enlighten us all.
And she said this dude didn't play well enough for them to win. So I'm not sure which dude she's referring to.
All right.
Ty said, we don't need Preacher.
Hey, child, I'm feeling some kind of way, man. I mean, now, okay, I know you like Tree. Okay, I know you're excited when she comes on the show, but you can't just a preacher like that, okay? I'm about to cut you off, man. Buddy, you are one of our biggest contributors. You on YouTube, you comment on my shorts, the YouTube shorts I'm talking about. You've even texted me while I'm at work, and I'm gonna get this. We don't need me. Matter of fact, let me get off the screen. I'm just stunned at this. Okay, there you go. There's Tree in all her glory. Okay, you happy now? You happy, Todd? There she is, all by herself.
Todd always looking out for Tree.
I tell you, man, some people, they got some nerve. Doggone it, we don't need the preacher. We don't need you. Well, we do need you. We need all of you who listen to us. So we appreciate you. But Sherry, listen, if you're still watching, if you can enlighten us on what you mean, are you referring to Tiffany Hayes, or are you referring to an earlier segment? I'm not really quite sure what to make on that one. So just let me know. You can come back in with your comments. I know it's about a 10-second delay between the live and the regular broadcast. Well, as I mentioned earlier, guys, right now there is really an international phenomenon. Uh, Lionel Messi, I think that's his proper pronunciation. I was going to say Lionel, but I don't think that's right. I think it's Lionel Messi, the great Argentine football star, worldwide football star, World Cup winner. He has now taken the soccer world by storm, as he has come to the Major League Soccer League here in the United States, bringing his brand, bringing his skill sets here to the MLS. So it is very, very exciting. Right now, even as we speak, the Inter Miami, as they're called, is squaring off right now against the Atlanta United in Fort Lauderdale. A huge match, just an absolutely huge match, as he now brings his brand against a team that really has been the darling of the MSL, talking about Atlanta United, the team that has won a title a few years ago and has set records virtually every year for most attendance in a soccer match. I think they hold 3 of the top 10 all-time live fan views of a match. So this is an epic match, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. And then, of course, just a few months from now, guys, letting you know, the tickets are scalpers delight. Messi will come for an actual league game here in Atlanta in September. I tried to go on and get some tickets, and right now the nosebleed seats are about $300 a piece. So Lionel Messi is really shaking up the world in MLS. And the other thing is, a former great Atlanta United star is also on Inter Miami. Joseph Martinez, the guy that really kind of helped put Atlanta United on the map, he's on the Inter Miami team too. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that match goes today. And of course, see how Inter Miami continues to play, because before Messi came, they were kind of a non-entity. I mean, they were a team that was well under 500, but now they are selling out every single game, and every single road game that they have is sold out as well. So it's amazing. I'm just amazed at how one person can just make that kind of impact on the sport. Can you think of someone who came to a sport, maybe from another league or maybe from another team, switch teams, and immediately, like, boom, they had that kind of impact to be a game changer? Yes,
Me,
ma'am.
myself, and I.
Okay. Well, enlighten us. Talk to us. Talk to us.
I'm serious though. I know people.
I'm serious too. Talk to us. Where did you go where you shook up the world? Everybody say we got to come and see Tree. Besides our show.
I mean, honestly, when I was playing volleyball in my adult time here in Georgia, I mean, a lot of people came to see me play because I just lit up the court, and I'm just a beast on the court. That's even what they called me, a beast, the Terminator.
Does anybody got any footage around here? We need to get some game footage of Miss Tree.
No, because you know, back in those days, everybody had the camcorders, and all of my footage that I had got taken and stolen, whatever. So I don't even know. I don't have any of that.
All right, guys, I'm putting it out here. If you have any video footage of Tree in her heyday, because, you know, guys, what I want to get them spikes, because I know that's what she was very, very good at, that kill shot. If you guys got any of that stuff, please let us know at the Real Talk Sports. Let me put up here on the screen so you can contact us, because we'd love to see that. I think it would be phenomenal for you guys to kind of take a look at Tree the athlete, because you see her always as a beauty queen, as a sports commentator, but this woman was a bad woman on the court too. So here it is, guys, right here. Send us an email, jsimmons@realtalksports.net, or you can text me. We'd love to have that. If you have any footage of the queen playing volleyball, especially here in Atlanta, we would love to have it. And she'd love to have it, because as you heard her just say, a lot of stuff has went.
I already know it's not. So I mean, wow. You know, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I am going to train and start playing again, and hopefully I can jump as high as I used to before my husband was diagnosed with brain cancer. And yeah, but I plan on getting back out on the volleyball court and making damage. But
That's what I'm
We'll see
talking
how
about.
it goes when I train.
Well, I think, listen, I think you have a shot. I know that I have a couple of friends that matter of fact, speaking of what I was talking about before, Diamond DeShield's mom, Tisha, a few years back, they were having a big reunion because I didn't realize she was a great track star at Tennessee. And so they had a big reunion, and I actually followed her as she got herself back in just phenomenal shape. So I think you can do the same. I know, because I know you put your mind to something, it's on and popping. So
Oh, yeah, I can get in shape. I'm not worried about that. I'm just, as you get older, your jump just starts
yeah,
coming
vertical.
down. So we'll just see how high I can jump, because I really could jump out of the gym, and literally I would be in the air as I'm looking at my set, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hit there, bam, or oh, I'm gonna hit there, bam. So that's what made it so simple for me, where I got so many kills. But I was just saying all that to say that I really was a game changer. And then another thing that I noticed about me and what I brought to the court is that the teams sometimes that I played with, people say they really want to win, but they don't really have that umph. Like, some people just have that umph. You can't teach it. It's just natural. And I'm just one of those people. Some people, they get nervous when the game is on the line, or if you're down, they're like, oh no, don't set me the ball because I'm scared I'll make a mistake. I'm not that girl. I'm the one telling you, set me, set me, set me. I'm going to get this kill. And I'm just very aggressive on the court, which is funny because a lot of people, when they come and watch me play, they would just be so surprised because they were like, you are a completely different person on the court than you are off the court. And yeah, so when you see me play, I'm the loudest person in the gym. I work hard. I'm the most aggressive person in the gym. I'm rolling, I'm flipping, I'm diving. Yeah, volleyball is a sport that I really love, and I don't like to lose.
Well, I'm gonna get everybody very excited now. I too am going to bring out some footage of me in my heyday. Well, I don't know if it's a game changer, but I'll show some clips of me playing tennis, and you might be amazed to see this large, oversized man moving about the court with some dexterity. Maybe some people might get excited about that. I'm not sure, but we'll try to find some rare footage of me, at least maybe some stop action. We can
Okay.
just maybe got a freeze frame shot of me like holding the tennis racket.
I want to
It's
see
funny.
Todd playing tennis.
That's something I think will be worth seeing. Todd, do you hear that? We're looking for an exhibition. Matter of fact, there it is. There's something we can do. Todd, you and I will play an exhibition match. You have to give me a certain number of games for the set, and we'll play a 1-set match, and we'll figure out what the winner will get. Okay, Todd, you
Ooh,
listening? If you're out there, right? Let's go. I mean,
I
even
like
though
it.
I'm rusty, I haven't played in a while. I'm significantly older now. It's okay. We'll do something for charity, maybe, or in a side bet. But Todd, that's it. Oh, wait a minute. He got in the comments. Here we go. Let's see what he said. He
He
says
said
he's
he's
on it.
on it.
He's ready to go.
Okay, Todd.
We're gonna have some type of tennis match between me and Todd. It'll be a 1-set extravaganza, and he's gonna have to give me probably like 5 games.
You can't do
Or
that.
6.
I
Well,
want to
all
play
right.
too.
Well, hey, maybe we can get a mixed doubles. Todd, can you get a partner, bro?
I don't want to be
Oh
a
no, I get.
double.
Huh?
I don't like playing doubles. I want to play singles.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, my camera woman, Miss Erica, she plays in the little, I think it's one of the tennis leagues. So you two guys could play first, and then Todd and I could play next.
That sounds good.
I think people would, I think that would be must-see TV. I'm just saying, I think a lot of people would tune in for that. Primarily,
Just don't laugh at my backhand when I swing and the ball still goes back there.
oh, well, listen, I know what we can do. The other thing we do is play some golf.
Oh,
I went to
now you're
College
talking my
Park.
language.
That's what I know. I went to College Park. I always went by this golf course. I see it on Camp Creek. I could see it, but I never knew how to get in there. So somebody said to me, hey, don't you have GPS in your car on your phone? Put in the GPS. And sure enough, it took me around the corner, back around the bend, but I finally got to the entrance. And actually, not a bad course. It was jam-packed. It was a Sunday, but I just really was, I don't make it sound like I was mushy, but I really felt some kind of way because it was the first time I've been on the course since about a year and a half before my first surgery. So just to be out there with my golf club, I took up my little mini bag. I had 5 clubs. I took up 3 wood, 5 iron, 7 iron, 9 iron, and I took my putters and with the putting green. And it just was great just to be out there and just take some swings. I mean, of course, half the balls didn't leave more than about 2 inches off the ground, but the other half did soar elegantly into the air and felt pretty good. And then I had a total of 3 putts. That's it. That I was going to wrap up because it was hot. And as the cart guy came down to go get me, I rolled in a 10-footer to take it to the house. So very exciting for me to be back out there on the course. So yeah, we got to do some stuff now that the weather is nice and we can get out and move out the cabin. We're not overly suppressed by COVID. It'd be a good thing. All right, let's go to social media here.
Ty said, if we play Preacher, I will drive.
Lord have mercy. This
I'm
is,
sorry. Ty is a comedian.
these are the kind of insults that I don't expect. I should say I do expect. I'm used to Todd now throwing all kind of shade. That's okay, brother. We still love you. We still love you as our diamond level supporter of Real Talk Sports. We'll let you get away with that. Nobody else, just so you know, just you.
That
You're
was
the only person
funny,
that get away
Todd.
with these slings and arrows. You'll drive, huh?
That
Right.
was a good
You
one,
know-
Todd.
Well, y'all not right. Y'all treat me a kind of way. You know what I mean? This doggone. This what I get? But I know that's why it says sports talk with perspective. So y'all try to keep in perspective. I had a wreck less than a week after I owned the car, and the perspective is we don't want to drive with you. So I get it. You keep it real. That's why it's called Real Talk Sports. I get all that stuff. I get it. Okay. All right. Now we got to laugh on me. It's no worries. I feel great. Good to be insulted on my own show. That's all right. Okay. Oh Lord have mercy. You know, I gotta take a break. I can't go on right now. I gotta take a
I'm
There's too
sorry.
much
I
shade
tried to
being
get
thrown.
myself together, but that was funny.
Yeah. I got the lovely queen of hysterics over a barb that was thrown at me. That's all right. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back on more of the Real Talk Sports Show in just a moment. Don't go nowhere if you want to see, the jokes on me. Don't go nowhere.
Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Well, check out Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln in Morrow, Georgia. We have one of the largest inventories in our area for both new and pre-owned vehicles, so we're sure to have something for everyone. Family owned and operated since 1982, customer satisfaction is our #1 priority. Come see our full lineup of vehicles and find the one that best fits you. Give us a call today, 678-726-5739, or shop us 24/7 online at allenvigilford.net. Hey sports fans, tune in for live high school football Friday, 7:30 p.m. on realtalksports.net. Check out your favorite Metro Atlanta teams as they do battle on the gridiron. It's your high school game of the week, live streaming free Friday nights on realtalksports.net. For more sports coverage and great sports talk, catch the Real Talk Sports Show Tuesdays, 8 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Brought to you by Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, a business giving back to their community. Give them a call at 678-364-3979 or check them out online at allenvigilford.net.
That's right, guys. Big shout out. The tree is still rolling at Todd's last little shot at me before we went off the air, mocking me and my driving situation. Well, that's okay. I still feel love. Yeah, guys. I can't believe it. High school football will be starting soon. Big shout out to all the high schools here in the various counties that have already had their media days. We hopefully will be tomorrow at the Clayton County Media Day, which is 10 a.m. tomorrow. The 9 Clayton County teams roll out their coaches and 4 or 5 of their players and talk to us about what their prospects are for the upcoming season. I think it's going to be a good season here in Clayton County. The Board of Ed is investing millions of dollars into updating all of the stadiums. Matter of fact, a new school and a new stadium was built in Ellenwood. It now, Morrow High School, which I don't get, now is located in Ellenwood. Not sure that all works, but anyway, they're there and they have a brand new state-of-the-art school and a brand spanking new athletic facility, a combination soccer and football field, a beautiful brand new stadium, great equipment for their athletic team. And then, like you said, the school itself is absolutely beautiful. It sits on, I think, about a 10-acre campus right in Ellenwood, not too far from I-675, the Anvil Block Road exit. So we look for Morrow to be talking about what they're going to do. Jonesboro, of course, they got some beef tree. I went and saw them in their preseason game. It looks like they have about 3 guys that weigh at least 300 pounds. These guys are massive. And of course, Lovejoy, a perennial power, they'll be out there. So yeah, guys, look forward for us to bring you some high school football. We're looking for correspondence. So if you have a high school or even a college student that wants to kind of get their IT started, hit me up because we're looking for people because we're going to expand our coverage this year. We're going to do some great stuff with some post game. So if you want to kind of get yourself started, please contact us, Jay Simmons at realtalksports.net, or hit me on the cell 678-410-9833. We'd love to have you be a part of our show. Yeah, like I said, good stuff going on in high school football, good stuff going on here in Clayton County. As a matter of fact, all the South Side. I don't want to just do Clayton County. We want to get your scores in because we're going to do a high school football score recap now. So anybody in the South Side, that's Fulton County, that is South DeKalb, that's Henry County, that's Clayton County, send your scores in. We're looking to partner and do some stuff for you guys this year. It's a little different. We want to bring you the same type of coverage and the same type of appreciation that the guys on the North Side get north of I-20. So please contact me and let me tell you what I got in mind. And we'd love to get with you and tell people what's going on with your program. So there's some great stuff going on here in the South Side.
Hey, so Jonathan, I just came up with an idea. Tell me what you think.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the idea on the air, which I probably shouldn't do because we're live, but I'm going to because I think it's a good one.
Okay.
So what if we have people email us video clips, very short video clip, maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds max, right? And we can pick the top 5 plays of the week. So every week we can have people send us video clips of what they feel are plays of the game and people doing amazing things. And then we'll pick our top 5 and then we'll have our top 5 plays of the week. What do you think of that?
I like that. I like it. I like it. As a matter of fact, I like it so much. This is what I think about that. It is definitely a winner. Hope I'm still. It's a winner. And now we're going to do this. So if you guys just see this, how people can, let me make sure that I spell winner right. Let's see if I get it right. Yep, that's a winner. Yeah. So now here, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to write this down and tell you exactly how we're going to do it. And then we're going to come to you. Because I know many of you people said to me, hey, you like to sponsor youth sports. You want to get more involved. This is your opportunity because we can even give out a prize that you, sir, can sponsor. So if you have a business, especially if you have a little restaurant, maybe we can give the plays of the week like a little lunch or something like that. So please contact us because I think it's going to be a marvelous idea, Treat. One more time. That is a winner.
Yay!
So I say, guys, stay tuned for our high school plays of the week. And that could be you. You could be featured right here on the Real Talk Sports Show. And if you are the number 1 winner, you will get a prize. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it out there right now because I believe that we're going to be able to get sponsors to do that for us. So we're going to get you something. Nice little prize that you can take home. Maybe, who knows, might even get you a little, something you can put on the wall, a little piece of paper that says, play of the week. I'm excited about that, Tree. I think it's a phenomenal idea. That's
Thank
a good
you.
one.
Yeah, it literally just came to me right when I said it. I was like, oh.
One more time. That's what I like it. I like it. Guys, you can see we're trying to do more and more things to kind of support you out there and kind of bring you different things. We're going to do some tennis coverage for you, some golf coverage, and we're going to bring it to you from right up close on the scene. But again, we want to bring more things about you. I mean, it's great to cover the professional guys. We love it. It's a lot of fun, and we like you enjoy that. But we want to talk about you. We want to talk about what you're doing in your community, your school, your children. I know you guys are proud of them. We're proud of them, not even our kids. So please, one more time, put up here on the screen. Contact me at jsimmons@realtalksports.net, or you can do it, like I said, you can hit me up here, 678-410-9833. Or I tell you what, you can go to the lady herself, contact her through social media, hit up Tree and say, hey, I want to be on the high school plays of the week. Just hit her up on social media, and she'll make sure to get that information to me, and we will post it, and get you guys out there. So I like it. I like it very much. All right, so let's, what else we have to talk about here? We talked about the WNBA. We talked a little bit about Lionel Messi. We talked, unfortunately, about, what happened with Bronny, which was, I'm glad he's feeling better and that he's on the road to recovery, certainly for that. And again,
Jaylen Brown.
Yep, Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. That's the big one, guys. Can you believe that this guy right here, that's right, a hometown hero, played right here in Cobb County in Atlanta, is now the highest paid player in the NBA. What do you think about that, Tree?
I'm very happy for him. I think that it just speaks volumes to what the Boston Celtics think of him and his talent. He's a great player. He is one of the 2 star players, but they just let him know that, hey, you are a big part of our team. And they know that, because if it wasn't for him and Jason Tatum, they wouldn't be where they are. Of course, they have other players as well, but those are the 2 main players of the team. So for them to do that really just speaks volumes. And I'm happy for him. Well deserved. He works very hard, and he comes to play every single game.
Well, it's interesting. So I think back at what Tyrone said, and other people told me when professional athletes, and I think you might even mention yourself that, hey, you can't begrudge anybody their money, because it's not like they hold a gun to the owner's head and say, pay me this money. Do I think he is necessarily should be the highest paid? Well, you get what you get. And so I'm sure he won't be the highest paid for long. I'm sure there's going to be guys come right behind that contract, and they're going to say, if this guy got paid this much, that's it. But it's staggering to me that a gentleman who may not even be the best player on his own team is now the highest paid player in the league. And the fact that they have not a single championship at all. Yeah, it's just kind of stunning. But at the end of the day, it's like you said, the Celtics are making an investment. So hopefully investment pays off. That's a lot of money for
it is a lot of money. And I remember when Steph Curry, my favorite NBA player, was the highest player in the NBA. So now you see, and since we're talking about highest paid, why not bring up my Detroit Pistons? We have the highest paid coach in the NBA. Hey. All right.
Big money, big money, big money.
But you need to make that investment.
And hopefully that will translate into them being the marquee franchise they were, back in the day. All right, let's go ahead here and look at what Todd comments are.
Todd said, in history of NBA preacher, $300 million for 3 years.
Well, it'll eventually gonna get there. I mean, you're gonna get $100 million players because.
And he said 5 years. My bad.
Right. Yeah, because he's not $100 million. Yeah, this would be more than just a minor conversation. Yeah, $60 million, a lot of money. Like I said again, I'm just not trying to besmirch the guy, because I know his auntie, Michelle Brown. We used to do some radio together. Great lady. Matter of fact, saw her I think it was either game. I think it was game 3 or 4. She was at the game. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, it was.
Yeah. We took a picture that you never sent me, by the way.
Do I know who?
Huh?
I didn't hear you. Say it again.
I said we took a picture that you never sent me, by the way.
Well.
But no, yeah, she was at the game. I was able to meet her, nice lady. But it was a fun game, and even though I do not feel he's the best player in the NBA, I'm still happy for him. And it just goes to show that things will keep happening, just like with the NFL, where the one player, he was the highest paid NFL player in the history. Then, 2 days later, I think it was, another player was the highest paid player. And then a month later or 2 weeks later. So it's going to keep happening. But the thing that I like is that you see the contracts getting larger and larger. Even Charles Barkley was talking about that, how much the players are making now. And when you compare it to what he was making back when he was playing, but that's just the way that things are evolving. So I'm happy for these younger players. I just want all of these younger players to make sure you know where it came from. The only reason and the only way that you are collecting all of these multi-millions of dollars are because of the men who paved the way before you. So don't forget about those men, and don't think that it's all about you, because you wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for them paving the way and the hardships that they went through so that you can get this money. Todd said $60 million a year. That's like over $1 million a week.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these guys, it's getting insane now, that the amount of money that the athletes are being paid. Now, you have to be relevant the money, remember now, a couple of years ago, basically we were just printing money. So our money has devalued quite a bit. And inflation has sent everybody up. You think about this, a house that you would purchase 4 or 5 years ago for 199,000 is now worth 325. So you got to put all that stuff in perspective, even when you're looking at the actual dollar amount versus this purchasing power, because that's really what counts. I mean, you can be making $1 million, but if the million is worth what, 10,000 was 10 years ago, well, you got to keep that on perspective. Yeah, we don't want to begrudge anybody their money.
Plus
I don't know where all
taxes.
these salaries are going. I mean, you got Patrick Mahomes, the first $500,000 man. Now they're talking about in baseball, the great California Angel pitcher and home run hitter par excellence, Shohei Ohtani. They think he might be the first $600 million guy for U.S. professional sports.
I can see it.
And it's not just here. The Saudis just offered a top World Cup player $1 billion to come play for them, I think, for just 1 year.
Interesting. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, right now the Saudis are making a big push to try to become a dominant player in sports. They have this, interestingly enough, is backed by the country. They have this huge, like, hedge fund almost, where they now have unlimited resources. There's now some talk that the Saudis want to actually host one of the golf majors.
Yes,
There's also
I
talk that the
heard.
Saudis are trying to get the British Open to take some of their money. So it's
So
going to be interesting here.
speaking of the golf, I
Go
did
ahead.
want to bring this up. I'm gonna try to find it, but while I'm finding it and searching, Rory, who we know has been very vocal, yes, found it, very vocal about Live Golf, and he said, and I quote, "If Live Golf was the last place on earth to play golf, I would retire." End quote.
Well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's you see, this is the thing that irritates me about a lot of Western countries, and especially the leadership in our own country, is the rampant greed and hypocrisy. I mean, listen, we all want to make a dollar. I get it. I get that. And I understand that this is a profession. I understand you want a golfer wants to be paid like any other professional sport. He wants to get as much money as they can. I get all of that. But the way the PGA pitched such a stink and they brought in patriotic issue, they dragged in, which to me I thought was very abhorrent, the idea about 9/11, okay, all that kind of stuff. And so to me, that was a farce. And then to turn around and say on a win, not a win, but just a couple of backdoor deals, oh, you know what? All is good. We're going to merge and be done with it. I found that to be very distressing, especially after you put guys like Rory and Tiger and some other marquee players and basically say, hey, look, we think this stinks. What do you guys think? You're right. And then it just cut the rug out from under them. To me, it's very hypocritical. And it's just not a good look for golf. And now the fact that Brits are doing, these guys were notorious for being sticklers about protocol, and you had to wear certain stuff and certain things you couldn't do. And now for these guys to talk about, we are having preliminary conversations. No. Yeah, I just think they're a bunch of big old hypocrites, greedy hypocrites. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what Todd
Roy
says.
about to get 120 million from Live. He be singling.
A different.
Oh, he be singling.
Singing.
He be
Yeah, be singing.
a
They meant
different
singing, right?
tune
Yeah.
soon. You watch. I doubt it. I doubt it. My thing is that some people really, I mean, and yes, I do say some people because everybody doesn't have morals nowadays, unfortunately. I think everybody needs to, but I just don't think that he will. Some things are, well, did I say some things? There's most things that are more important than money. And I don't know, just with him, I don't see him doing it. Yes, I could see some other people doing that for money, but I just don't see that from Rory. And don't get me wrong, he has plenty of money where he can make that choice, right? So it's not like he's hurting for money. He definitely has.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I mean, at some point, it's like I remember two of the great iconic baseball greats in history. Cal Ripken and the late Kirby Puckett, who played they both guys played their entire year to the same team. And both of them, when it came up, they were offered huge money in that final contract to go play in places like for the LA Dodgers and the New York Yankees. And I mean, they considered for a second, but both of them said the same thing in their press conference. They said, you know what? This is a team that basically drafted me. I started playing with these guys at 17, 18. Cal Ripken, his father was a coach for the Orioles. His brother played on the team. And he said, you know what? That meant something to him. And Kirby Puckett said the same thing. He said, I raised my kids here in Minnesota, the fans, how they treated me over the years. And they both said something interesting at the end. They both said, and at $14 million a year, how much money do you need? And that's really, I mean, that was to me a very powerful statement. Don't get me wrong, I get it. Okay, you say we can always use more money, but I mean, when I hear someone come out, when a guy's making a difference of a choice between a $30 million contract, a $40 million contract, and I hear him say stuff like the guy's trying to do to take care of his family. I'm like, dude, if you couldn't take care of your family with 1 year, 30 million, we have a problem.
No, you have a problem. Meaning that person.
Seriously, $30 million, that 1 year, that contract, you should be good. Let's just face it. The thing that drives these contracts and guys talking about hold out, it's got nothing to do with you taking care of your family or getting paid when I'm worth. It's an ego thing. You're like, hey, Joe Schmo over here, his stats not as good as mine. Okay, if you have to show me you love me by paying me this extra money. It's got nothing to do with you taking care of anybody. But at that level at that level of money,
I mean, you can't really say that, right? Because for some people, it could be. Everybody has different goals for their families. Everybody have different. So you can't technically say that. For some people, yes, they could be doing it to take care of their family because maybe they want to buy their family. I mean, there's so many things, right? And then you also have to realize taxes. A lot of times people just hear the large number and they forget that pretty much half of that goes to taxes. And so that number is cut down by a lot. So yes, some people do have things that they want to do for their families. They want generational wealth. They may want to invest in different things. You just never know. They may have businesses that they want to invest in. You just never know. Every person is different. So I would say majority of the people, yes, I would agree with you, but you just never know. There could be some people that just have different goals for their families that maybe their goal is to have that amount of money, or that's something that they've been wanting. Hey, maybe I need 400 million to do this. So you just never know.
I'm gonna give you that Shannon Sharp famous. I ain't going for none of that. If you can't make generational wealth with 20, 30, 40 million dollars a year, with all the help you have today with advisors and even electronically with AI, something wrong, Jimmy. I ain't going for it. Matter of fact, if you want to do that, I tell you what, I'm your family now. You just write me a check. All right, that's enough of that. Okay, we got to go, guys. It's already 9 o'clock. I can't believe it. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up here, but you know how we do it. We want to make sure that you know how you can find out more about our guests and our co-hosts. So, Ms. Tree Doman, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. You can find me at Purple Diva 13 as well as Ms. America International. Whoa. Ms. There we go. 3 times a charm. Ms. America International 2022. I do want to say, make sure you look on my social media and also the El Shimon social media. You guys have been asking me for a while, and I finally am bringing out my beard oil. It's organic. It's really good. It's a premium beard oil. So that will be, well, it's actually already on the website, but I haven't posted that it's on the website. And then also I'm releasing 3 new scents of candles that you all will love. One is birthday cake. So if it's somebody's birthday, you can send us some birthday cake. And with the flyer that he just put up, we have a flyer here from the NFL Alumni Georgia chapter. They're having a casino night. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the nonprofit organization that will receive a portion of all of the funds that are raised is my nonprofit, Making It Better Me. Is going to our Shining Star program, where we pay for extracurricular activities for our youth. So make sure that you look at the flyer. You can click the QR code and support. Come out and have a good time.
That's right, guys. There it is right there up on the screen. And you make sure, remember, follow Tree on social media. It's been a wild show. Follow her on social media. Where's her thing? There we go, right there. There you go. Presto Mesto. All right. Thank you, Tree.
Thank you.
All right, guys, you can see it's been a wild day and a wild night here on the show. We've got all kinds of things going on. But thankfully, many of you hung on there as we finally got ourselves back together with audio and all that kind of good stuff. So we appreciate you for tuning in and joining us. Remember, if you want to have your son or daughter, actually your son right now going to the football season, have their clip come on and be one of the top 5 clips during the week. Here's what you do right there. Jay Simmons at realtalksports.net. And you can text me as well, 678-410-9833, as you can be part of Plays of the Week for high school football for 2023. So send us your video clips. We'll pick out 5, and then the top winner will get a special prize from the Real Talk Sports Show. Speaking of special prize, we have and served someone who has given us the ultimate prize, which is salvation. And of course, guys, you know I'm talking about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If you don't know him, please get to know him today. Nobody loves you like Jesus. Nobody, absolutely nobody. He made you, he died for you, and he rose from the dead. The cool thing is that if you repent of your sins and believe that, 2 great things happen. Number 1, you become a citizen of the kingdom of heaven. And number 2, you become an adopted child of God with all the rights therein. That means that you now can go to God like a loving parent, asking for anything that you need or desire, and according to his will, he'll give it to you. And when you die, you go to that lovely place called heaven where it's nothing but sunshine, blue skies, every building adorned with those spectacular jewels you've ever seen. Matter of fact, the streets are paved with gold. It's so pure, it's translucent. And you avoid that nasty place called hell, which stinks, it's dark, it's dreary, it's painful. And most of all, you're cut off from all the people of love, God and Jesus Christ, forever and a day. I don't know about you, but I like option number 1 instead of option number 2. All right, guys, until the next time that we get back together again, we'll go to social media one more time before we leave. And there's our man Todd, and he says, good night.
Night, y'all.
No
No
hard
hard
feelings.
feelings, preacher.
No hard feelings to you, Todd, and to everyone else. God bless you, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. So long.